Mr. Investor, welcome back to the channel, guys. We are back in business, baby. So I have around about 4 or 5 videos that I need to do for BNGO, and this one's just an interesting update with current Twitter talk. I also spoke to some clinical researchers and Joseph Butler. This was just to discuss their thoughts and opinions around our favorite stock, BNGO.
Oh, these grannies got some mean muscle.
So first I'm going to be talking about some recent tweets surrounding Ark and our Simon Barnett. Oh, we're going to be looking at labs who are using our tech, a private conversation with a researcher surrounding BNGO, and then Bionano Joseph Butler giving me a nice response. Thank you, Joe. Then I'm going to be looking at some interesting blogs also on Pacbio's side, so what Pacbio has been releasing recently. Then we're going to tie all of this in and just talk about the future of bionanogenomics. So if you're new around here, welcome to the ranch, partner. My name is Miguel. I'm a retail investor here in London, and I look for the biggest, juiciest growth stocks I can find. I'm talking 10x, 20x, 50x, my money, baby. But always remember, I am not a financial advisor. I'm a retail investor, and this is for entertainment only. Also, I saw a whole load of you getting them free stocks, but in order to get the 2 free stocks, you need to make sure you deposit up to $100. So make sure you chuck that $100 in there. The link is in my description box down below. So you can see here, when you fund your account with $100 or more, you get a free stock that is worth between $8 and $1,600, and you get a free stock over here just for opening the account. But best thing to do is just chuck in that $100, get those 2 free stocks, and you decide what you want to do then. You can get anything from Mark Zuckerberg to Starbucks Frappuccino to Snapchat. Don't send me nudes, please. You can even get Google, Procter & Gamble, or Kraft Heinz ketchup. So check the description box, download Webull if you can, and deposit $100 if you want those 2 free stocks. Okay, let's get into this video. Also, guys, if you want to help support me create content, you can click the join button up here. It's only 99 cents. But if you're unable to join channel memberships, just you hitting like and clicking subscribe on this channel means the world to me. Thank you so much. Also, big shout out to my boss level investors and cowboys. Thank you to TMG, thank you to Fred Lum, thank you to Jay, and also Blue Sky on Mars. So first of all, a lot of you guys sent donations. Thank you so much. I'm basically so close to getting into AGBT via the donations. I tried to get in, somebody told me you can get in for free using the press link, but guess what happens? Access denied. They denied us access. They do not want to let us into here. They have done the cancel culture once again, and we have been cancelled. Just like in the Festival of Genomics, they didn't want us to enter, but we still got in there because we cowboys. So I definitely want to get into it. Thank you so much to everybody who's donated so far via PayPal or via this channel donations. It really means a lot to me. Thank you so much. And literally, I'm going to try and get in here. So if I'm unable to get in here, I'm going to save it for the next event, but I've still got a few tricks up my sleeve. I don't know if they've blacklisted my name because we caused a storm during the Festival of Genomics. But regardless of them blacklisting me, I think I may be able to find a way in there. So thank you so much to everybody. I might not be able to live stream it, but if I can't live stream it, I'll try and put a video up later on during the day. So even though they struck us like lightning, I will try my best to get us in there, baby. We're literally on the last $75 before we get in. So yeah, thank you so much everybody who's donated. I appreciate it so much. So first things first, we're always releasing the latest updates, and we're constantly reminding people why bionanogenomics is great. So you can see here, Minyu Dong, MD PhD at Zhejiang University, presented on a case with 2 pregnancies showing severe brain malformations in the fetuses. Exome sequencing found a variant inherited from the father, and Sapphire found a tandem duplication inherited from the mother. So then we had this talk here. Simon Barnett, I'd like to hear your thoughts here. And basically we got him to say his thoughts and feelings surrounding bionanogenomics technology. This man ended up saying here, I do think the technology has its place for certain. Where we disagree is the defensibility of its moat, the size of the addressable market, commercialization and scaling challenges, and current valuation. So he said that these obstacles, they're not impossible to overcome, especially with new cash flow, but the challenges are there nonetheless. And then Fabian came to the rescue. Fabian said the confusion in Twitter and YouTube began when non-specialists read that BNGO product was more efficient in identifying large structural variations than Pacbio. It falsely created the illusion that the Sapphire was better at sequencing, and they took that the wrong way. You are completely right. That was the day content creators, how dare you, I am offended, found the best content they never let go of. And then Simon said he confirms that's where the comparison started, the press release and the resulting YouTube shockwave. See, the thing is, I always thought that we could be synergistically used between, Illumina and also Pacbio. And recently somebody shared this video and I found it very interesting. I'm not sure if you guys have seen this already. So the question is our clinical usage, and will we be able to also get in there and get synergistic partnerships with Pacbio and with Illumina? So this video was shared on the 13th of February by Vertebrate Genome Lab, and it resurfaced here when somebody I follow, Naomi, actually retweeted this. And I'm going to play this for you, and then we're going to look into who the Vertebrate Genome Lab is. Let's get funky. Hey. Yeah. Okay, so we got the HMW DNA extraction in the office. Quality control. Bionano. So they're using us there. They drag us over to the Sapphire system, plop us in there, plop the chips there. We're being used with Pacbio. Very interesting. So then after taking a look at that, I wanted to find out who are the vertebrate genome labs, the genome warriors on Twitter, as you can see here. So this is part of Rockefeller University. It says here, Vertebrate Genome Laboratory, the VGL. This serves as the central laboratory for the VGP. So when reading through this, we can see here the G10K consortium is an international consortium of lots of different people. We've got tissue curators, biologists, conservationists, genome scientists, computer scientists, outreach educators, and more leads the VGP. So I think this is the one here. The VGP is basically the Vertebrate Genomes Project. This is a mission to generate near error-free and complete genome assemblies of all living vertebrate species. And they've got a list here of 70,000 extant vertebrate species. So the G10K leadership and community of scientists built an infrastructure from sample collection to genome sequencing, assembly, annotation, alignments, public data releases, and analysis for publications. In addition to the VGL, the genome sequencing hubs also include Sanger Institute in the UK and the Max Planck Institute in Dresden, Germany. And we know here that Rockefeller is based in New York. So as we just saw from the video, and we're seeing here inside their laboratory, they've got 4 Hifi machines from Pacbio, and they've got this one here, our Sapphire machine, Bionanogenomics, showing they work together synergistically. So they were using these machines together, Pacbio and Bionanogenomics, to create this complete genome assembly. So we can be used synergistically with Pacbio and also Illumina. And we'll just take a look here at the genome assembly slides on applications of Bionanogenomics. We can see here that we're also doing it for both plants and we're doing it for animals, right? So check this out. Generate error-free genome assemblies. The VGP project is a mission to generate near error-free and complete genome assemblies of all living vertebrate species. And the reasons why we're used, if you take a look here, most higher organisms have repetitive genomes and have many repeats that are inaccessible to sequencing. So long-range scaffolding is needed for a continuous and accurate de novo assembly. Scaffolding sequence contigs with biomaps enables a correct assembly in a chromosome's arms or full chromosomes. Bionano is the only orthogonal non-sequencing scaffolding technology and is thus able to correct chimeric contigs and scaffold errors caused by high C. Then when looking up Pacb and Bionano together, I found this on a Pacific Biosciences website. This was released just in February, so Friday, February 5th, 2021. And they were talking about one of these old studies where Pacbio and Bionanogenomics was used synergistically. You can find it here in the blog on their website for Pacbio in the archives. And in this AGBT 2017 poster, Ulf Gyllenstein from Uppsala University presents 2 local reference genomes generated with Pacbio and Bionanogenomics data. These assemblies include structural variation and repetitive regions that have been missed with previous short read efforts, including some new genes not annotated in the human reference genome. So this is what this guy had to say, and basically what they were looking at was an analysis of the dark matter of structural variants in 1,000 Swedish genomes.
So we started up with Pacbio sequencing, and then we've added on Bionano, and that was based on 1,000 individuals that was sequenced by the Illumina short read technology.
That was from the last AGBT. What are they expecting to share in this new one? So synergistic usage between Pacbio and Bionanogenomics. So when speaking to this researcher, they gave me both a bull and a bear sides to Bionanogenomics. They were looking at it holistically, and they were basically stating, it was more of a bear side to it, but they still stated these words here. Out of the whole kind of genomic pie, we're probably going to see a little bit of it is what they're stating. But in terms of cytogenomics, and this is back to Bionanogenomics presentation, we're talking cytogenomics, we're looking at this kind of quarter is what they're stating that they're going to be able to address in terms of market share. So we believe Bionano is alone in addressing structural variations and digital cytogenetics. No Nabsis, where are you? So this researcher put together 6 pages for me. I'm super grateful. Thank you so much for explaining everything to me, and I'm trying to get through it at the moment. It's really heavy for me to understand as I'm not a genomics expert. But this researcher put together this: what is the role of BNGO in cytogenetics based on current results, Bionano has potential to replace standard cytogenetic techniques. On their website, Bionano results were more complete than all 3 individual previous tests and most likely delivered to the true underlying genomic architecture. I definitely see a case for them being used as a gold standard in cytogenetics technique. They then went on to explain that bionanogenomics has been around for a while and maybe people haven't adopted their Sapphire machine or their techniques of optical mapping. They also said maybe it's because the field needed more proof or validation of the system, which was provided at the BNGO symposium. But overall, it's something that we should consider clinical adaptation for their future success. So they basically stated that Sapphire is a great alternative to standard cytogenetic techniques, but it's how widely it will be adopted by clinical and diagnostic labs is still speculative. Then we ended up speaking to bionanogenomics, Joe Butler, the Bionano Knight of the Round Table. So I was asking Joe, hey Joe, you champion, could I have a quick answer with regards to Sapphire becoming the gold standard for structural variation analysis in cancer? Could you explain? If there is 17 million new cases every year, could we be the go-to for diagnosis as the gold standard? I think I messed up my words there because I think we're the gold standard overall for cytogenetics is what he was trying to explain to me. So he replied, hey, always happy to help. It's hard to guess the future. I can say the current gold standard for cytogenetics is karyotyping fish probes and chromosomal microarray. It is known the Sapphire can do all of this in one test. So there is definitely potential. Yes, rock it. And then I said to Joe, I said, love you, Joe, you legend. Crack the cocktails out Long Island, baby. So then that leads me on to the next point. Are clinics actually using us or test using us for replacing their old techniques? And I just want to come and bring you guys back to this one. The largest hospital diagnostic lab in Canada pilots Bionano Sapphire, seeking to convert its 30-year-old workflow based on multiple technologies into a single high-resolution assay to transform cancer diagnosis. So remember, this is the largest hospital diagnostics lab by the University Health Network's Laboratory Medicine program in Toronto. The University Health Network is huge. And remember, this is the largest in Canada. So if they are test piloting it and they find it to be useful, who else is going to follow across the world? So as of right now, I don't think we should compare in terms of the whole genomic space because we can be used synergistically and we're concentrating currently on cytogenetics. But with some of the acquisitions that we've also made, I can see us having a much better revenue in the future. So right now we are not a sequencer, and I was speaking to people regarding the nano nozzle nanopore device, and they were stating, you know, it might just be used for optical sequencing, which I was just like, what? I thought we were talking about using it for high throughput, massively paralleled long read sequencing. So right now we're focusing on optical mapping, but if we do go into long read sequencing, we can see here Ark expects the long read sequencing market to grow at an annual rate of 82% through 2025. So we can see here we may get access to another market that is growing with an 82% compounded annual growth rate. And who's to say that we don't get acquired by Illumina, or who's to say that we don't acquire a short read sequencing company or some sort of company that has tech surrounding this? And the thing is, sometimes I try to explore by seeing what are the bearish opinions on stuff. As you can see here, rare disease are individually rare but collectively common, right? And bionanogenomics is not lying about this. This was actually an Ark Invest presentation as well. So we stand with families as we search for answers and cures. So you can read the blog post and learn more about how Sapphire users are finding new discoveries in rare disease research. And if we go back to Ark Invest, we can see here when they're talking about genetic diseases here, it says many rare diseases which affect 350 million people globally are genetic in origin. It also says that short read whole genome sequencing surfaces less than 50% of causes, forcing many patients into a diagnostic odyssey. Joe Butler followed up by retweeting saying he cannot stress enough that progress in science depends on new techniques, new discoveries, and new ideas, probably in that order. And this was a quote from Sidney Brenner, Nobel Prize winner. And as we can see here, there are people on Twitter who are doubting bionanogenomics technology. I just want to show you this phrase first. They're saying that BNGO's tech is a joke compared to their competitors. They also have a fraction of their staff of their competitors. Stop shilling poopy. They also said that they can't stress this enough, that autism papers are just there to get headlines, they're marketing tools. But hold on a minute, just look at what Ark Invest put in there. There are many rare diseases that are genetic in origin. They affect 350 million people globally. We have acquired Linogen and it's cash flowing, it's making money. How can you tell me that this is just propaganda? This is rubbish. And as we can see here, that many adults with autism spectrum disorder are undiagnosed and present in primary care offices without even knowing they're on the ASD spectrum. When we're talking globally, that's around about 1 in 100 adults. And according to 2016 data, this is in 2020, Autism Speaks, they said the CDC reported that approximately 1 in 54 children in the US is diagnosed with ASD, but there's probably a lot more people who are undiagnosed. So this is going to be cash flowing and helping people. How can it just be part of a marketing tool toolkit. Now you guys, let's check this out too. So I was looking on different websites. This one's DMB, and we can see here that Linogen Inc. has 13 total employees across all of its locations. I don't know how old this is here, but it says that it generates around about $2.6 million in annual sales USD. There are also 6 companies in the Linogen Inc. corporate family, which I was surprised. I thought Linogen was just simply one lab. Then I went to Zoom Info, and this is Linogen Inc. It says here as well, although the logo is slightly different, right? Because I thought there's a big G for Linogen. But yeah, in terms of what they do, it's definitely the same company. It says Linogen Inc. here provides genetic evaluation services in autism and developmental delay. The company focuses on genetic disorders such as autism, multiple sclerosis. They said here they've now got 140 employees and $27 million in revenue. I don't know how much money that Linogen actually makes right now, but it looks like they're making quite a juicy amount. So I don't think this guy actually knows that Linogen was acquired by bionanogenomics. Otherwise he'd see that the autism papers aren't just to get headlines and they're not just marketing tools. We're actually making money from helping diagnose autism. So that being said, with this tweet here, I just want to leave you guys with this. So the current gold standard cytogenetics are karyotyping, FISH pros, and chromosomal microarray. It's known Sapphire can do all of this in one test. And sooner or later, maybe 6 months from now, maybe a year, I don't know, it's an indefinite time frame, but when they finish that pilot study in Canada and we see if they replace their 30-year-old workflow with karyotyping, FISH, chromosomal microarray, and they replace it with just a Sapphire, then we'll see the scope of how far we can go, because that's the largest diagnostic lab in Canada.
Lastly, I want to say save a horse, ride a cowboy. Yeehaw! Pew, 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 pew.
As always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I just want to say I love and appreciate you guys. Tell me if you find this kind of information interesting to you. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below on all of the Twitter discussions going on. And if you ever find anything, just send it my way. Drop me a little DM. Sneak it to me so I can get it out first. I love you guys. Also, we're so close to getting into AGBT. They keep cancelling all of the ones where we went through press. So we're going to have to definitely pay for it. And I've nearly got the final amount to pay for it. I just need like 50 to 75 bucks or so left. So I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who's donated so far. Really appreciate you guys. If anyone wants to drop like $5, $10, whatever you can afford into the PayPal link below, I really appreciate it. And I'm going to try my best to get us into that event. They may have blacklisted my name. So we're going to try and find another way to get in there. Anyways, I hope you find this stuff super valuable and entertaining. Remember, it's for entertainment only. If you want to help me create more videos like this, just click the join button up here. It's only 99 cents. You can choose any tier and I really appreciate you guys' support. But if you're unable to join, just you hitting like and clicking subscribe on this video means the world to me. Make sure you hit the notification bell as well, because if we do manage to get into any events, I want you guys to be notified so you can come and join me. Mr. Invest a Lot over and out, baby.